Thanks, Sam. The Witch was released last Friday. The film is a horror movie that takes place in colonial New England and follows a family that recently moved into a farm, accompanied by an evil presence lurking in the woods nearby. This is definitely a movie that you have to watch in theaters, not just because of the intense sound design or the atmospheric and immersive tone, but because it's just an overall fantastic movie. This is a horror movie that doesn't need to rely on jump scares or cheap thrills to succeed. The acting is actually incredibly believable. Even the child actors give exceptional performances. The accurate Old English that the characters speak, as well as the authentic, genuine feeling relationships that the family has, help bring a sense of realism that is so rare in horror movies nowadays. And of course, the film is extraordinarily terrifying. So much so that the Satanic Temple has endorsed this movie for accurately depicting true evil. And that's because the film is so unsettling, it actually made me very uncomfortable. When a film can genuinely make you feel these emotions of fear and disturbance to your very core, it's a rare and special thing to behold. For all of these reasons, I'm giving The Witch 5 out of 5 stars. The Life of Pablo by Kanye West released on February 14th. This is West's 7th album. The preview of the album actually first debuted in Madison Square Garden on the 11th. The album contains 18 tracks and boasts an impressive amount of collaborations with many well-known artists, including big names like Chance the Rapper, Kirk Franklin, Kid Cudi, Rihanna, Young Thug, Chris Brown, The Weeknd, Ty Dolla $ign, Frank Ocean, Caroline Shaw, Designer, Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar, and Post Malone. Oh, it's lit. Although many fans of West love him for his laid-back verses and relevant messages, Kanye has always been a track producer first, and this is very evident in his release. The album starts out with songs like Ultra Light Beam and Father Stretch My Hands, which contain a very gospel-sounding vibe, and then transitions into tracks like FML and Real Friends and Wolves, which have a much more honest and emotional storytelling sort of feel. This is a cool experience because we don't get to hear much of a true, humbled Kanye much anymore. There are also tracks like Famous and Highlights, where he takes shots at both Taylor Swift and Ray J. The beauty of this album is not just the spectacular collaborations or the diversity, but rather the fact that this album actually sounds like a sort of tribute to all of his music and albums that Kanye has previously created, all into one. The one flaw of this album has to be its placing and flow of the project. Some songs sync beautifully and flow well, and others just seem like they were dropped in. And even though I'm sure this was West's intention, it's still something that could have been improved on. The album is currently only available on Tidal, surely a way to promote an app in which Kanye is very much invested in. This album is not for everyone, but if you can get past some of Kanye's irrational antics, lyrics, and tweets, you should be able to enjoy the phenomenal production and sound that Kanye has mastered. For all of these reasons, I'm giving The Life of Pablo 4 out of 5 stars. We now go back to Preston with more news.